Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and collectible currency. Today we are about to uncover the incredible and surprising story behind the 1980p mint mark Washington $quarter coin, a coin that might look ordinary to most people but holds a massive secret that could be worth as much as $52,623. Yes, you heard that right, over $52,000 for a quarter from 1980. So grab your coin jars, your old piggy banks, and any loose change lying around, because what we are about to share with you might just turn your ordinary quarter into a small fortune. Let us start with the background and history of this remarkable coin. The Washington quarter was first introduced in the year 1932 as part of the bicentennial celebration of the birth of George Washington. It replaced the standing Liberty quarter and quickly became a regular part of United States coinage, with the portrait of George Washington on the obverse or front and a heraldic eagle on the reverse or back. The design became iconic and instantly recognizable across the country. Now fast forward to the year 1980. The Philadelphia Mint was in full operation, producing millions of coins every year, including the Washington quarter. For the first time in history, the Philadelphia Mint started using AP mint mark on the quarters, which made 1980 a historically significant year for quarter collectors. Prior to that, coins from Philadelphia had no mint mark at all, so when the P mint mark appeared on the 1980 quarter, it marked the beginning of a new era in U.S. coinage. Over 635 million Washington quarters were minted in Philadelphia that year, so naturally most people assume these coins are common and not worth much. However, there is one specific variety of the 1980 P mint mark Washington quarter that is extremely rare and valuable, and that is the coin we are talking about today. This rare coin is not just any regular quarter, it is a unique era coin that contains a minting flaw or striking error that occurred during the production process at the mint. This error, combined with its historical importance and pristine condition, is what makes it worth an astonishing $52,623 on today's collector's market. So what exactly makes this coin so rare and valuable? Experts have identified a few key characteristics that determine its incredible worth. First is the error itself, which may include off-center strikes, double dies, or even an unusual metal composition such as a transitional planchet used from a previous or upcoming coin type. For example, some 1980 quarters were mistakenly struck on planchets meant for other coins such as the Susan B. Anthony dollar, or even a foreign coin planchet, creating an ultra-rare collectible. Second is the condition or grade of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. The closer a coin is to a perfect grade of 70, the more valuable it becomes. If your 1980p Washington quarter is in mint state condition such as MS66 or higher and contains an error, it could easily command tens of thousands of dollars at auction or from private collectors. Now let us talk about a real-life example. In a recent auction, a 1980p mint mark Washington quarter with a significant mint error and graded MS67 was sold for an unbelievable price of $52,623. This sale shocked the coin collecting community and instantly elevated the status of this once overlooked coin into legendary status. Collectors and dealers are now actively searching through their collections to find similar examples, hoping to strike it rich. You should too, because you never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Now here is how you can tell if your 1980p Washington quarter might be valuable. First, look for the P mint mark on the front of the coin to the right of Washington's ponytail. Then inspect the coin closely under a magnifying glass or loupe. Look for doubling on the letters or numbers, unusual shapes, off-center designs, or anything that seems out of the ordinary. If possible, have the coin professionally graded by a trusted third-party service, as a high grade can dramatically increase its value. So where can you sell a rare 1980p Washington quarter? If you are lucky enough to own one, well, you have several options. You can go through a professional coin dealer who specializes in U.S. coins. You can also submit your coin to a major auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, which regularly sells rare coins to top collectors around the world. Alternatively, you can list the coin on online marketplaces like eBay, but always make sure your coin is certified and authenticated before listing it for sale. Now let us talk a little bit about how this coin market works and why a coin like this is even worth so Much when a coin has a low mintage, high demand, unique error, and exceptional condition, it becomes the perfect storm for rarity and value. Coin collectors and investors are willing to pay premium prices for coins that meet these conditions, especially if they are one of a kind or have historical significance. As time passes and fewer of these rare 1980p mint mark quarters remain in circulation, their value continues to rise. So holding on to one in good condition could be a smart investment for the future. So to sum it all up, the 1980p mint mark Washington quarter might seem like just another piece of pocket change, but hidden among the hundreds of millions minted lies a rare treasure that can be worth over $52,000 if you come across one with a mint error or in pristine condition. Do not overlook it. It could be your golden ticket in disguise. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we hope you learned something new and valuable today. Be sure to check your coins and always keep an eye out for the unexpected in your change. If you enjoyed this video and want more content on rare coins, valuable collectibles, and hidden treasures, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload and join our growing community of coin enthusiasts. Until next time, happy collecting, and who knows, maybe your next quarter is worth a fortune. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins ever discovered in modern American coinage, the legendary 1981 mint mark Washington $quarter coin. This is not your average pocket change. No sir, this rare coin has captured the attention of collectors and investors worldwide because of its shocking value of up to $52,834 in the current market. Yes, you've heard that right, over $52,000 for a single quarter that was once worth just 25 cents. Now grab your notebook, get ready to be amazed, and let us uncover the full story behind this incredible piece of American numismatic history. We begin our journey in the year 1981, a time when Ronald Reagan had just taken office as president. The economy was shifting, and the United States Mint continued its mission of producing everyday coinage for the American people. The Washington quarter was no exception. Originally introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, this coin quickly became a standard in American currency, with its familiar image of George Washington on the obverse or front side and the eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. This quarter became a symbol of trust and reliability in daily transactions. But not all quarters are created equal, and in 1981 something extraordinary happened at the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint, known for its high-volume production of coins for circulation, produced millions of Washington quarters in 1981, with the D mint mark located just below Washington's ponytail. But among those millions, a small number of quarters were struck with incredible precision and unusual die characteristics, which would later turn them into numismatic treasures. Some of these coins were struck using proof quality dies that had been repurposed or mistakenly used for circulation strikes, creating a coin with enhanced detail, sharpness, and visual appeal that stood out from the rest. These rare examples, combined with high-grade preservation, would go on to astonish collectors around the world. Now, what makes the 1981 D Washington quarter worth over $52,000? It all comes down to condition, rarity, and demand. The majority of these quarters have been used in circulation for decades, showing signs of wear, tear, and surface damage. However, the few that remained untouched or were preserved in pristine condition, graded by professional coin grading services such as PCGS or NGC at the highest levels, especially at mint state 68 or higher, are considered incredibly rare. A single 1981 D Washington quarter graded MS 68 by PCGS was sold at auction for an eye-watering $52,834, making it one of the most valuable modern quarters ever sold. The value of this coin also lies in the strong strike, full details especially visible on Washington's hair, the eagle's feathers, and the coin's rims. Collectors look for examples with no visible scratches, no blemishes, and full original mint luster, which is a shiny surface that reflects the coin's original state at the time it was minted. These characteristics elevate the coin into a class of its own and drive bidding wars among serious collectors at major coin auctions. Let's also talk about some interesting minting errors associated with the 1981 D Washington quarter, although not all of them are valued as highly as the top-grade specimens. Certain error coins, such as off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, or coins struck on the wrong metal blanks, can be worth hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars depending on the type and severity of the error. These mistakes are rare and happen when something goes wrong during the minting process, making each error coin a unique piece of history. Now you might be wondering how you can Find out if you have one of these valuable quarters. First, check the date, make sure it is 1981, and that it has the D mint mark. Next, examine the condition of the coin. If it looks shiny, has no visible damage, and appears to be in mint state, then it is worth having it appraised or graded by a professional coin grading service. Look closely at the details using a magnifying glass and compare it to high-grade examples online or in coin catalogs. If your coin has a strong strike, clean fields, and full luster, you could be holding a small fortune in the palm of your hand. It's also important to store your coin properly. If you believe it is valuable, avoid touching it with bare hands and keep it in a protective holder or coin flip to preserve its condition. Even the slightest damage can dramatically lower its value, and remember, professional grading is essential if you plan to sell or insure the coin at top dollar. The top auction houses and collectors trust certified grades from respected grading services, and that grade will largely determine the final sale price. The story of the 1981 D Washington quarter is a perfect example of how history, craftsmanship, and a bit of luck can transform a simple coin into a treasure worth thousands of dollars. It reminds us to look closely at the change in our pockets, to learn the stories behind everyday objects, and to appreciate the hidden gems in American history. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and your hands clean when handling coins, because the next rare quarter could be just one reach into your coin jar away. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible value of the 1981 D mint mark Washington quarter, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more historical coin videos, and share this with fellow collectors and enthusiasts. We have many more stories to uncover, from rare pennies to valuable nickels and historical silver dollars. This is the place for everything numismatic and historic. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin has a story. What's in your pocket today might just be worth a fortune tomorrow. See you in the next video, and happy collecting. Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and in today's video we are diving deep into the fascinating and almost unbelievable story of the 1990 D mint mark Washington quarter dollar coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm and is now known for being worth an absolutely jaw-dropping sum of $99,631. That's right, a quarter dollar coin once used to buy candy or insert into arcade machines is now selling for nearly $100,000, and you might be wondering how this happened, what makes this 1990 D Washington quarter so special, and why collectors are going to such extreme lengths to add it to their collections. Let's begin with the background of the Washington quarter itself. The Washington quarter was first introduced in the year 1932 in honor of the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and it quickly became a staple of American currency, featuring the iconic profile of the first president of the United States on the obverse or head side of the coin. This design by sculptor John Flanagan was never meant to last forever, but due to its popularity and the familiarity it created among the public, it remained unchanged for decades, and the quarter became one of the most widely circulated coins in American history. Fast forward to the year 1990, and we enter an interesting chapter of the coin's journey. In that year, the Denver Mint, which is represented by the D mint mark, struck millions upon millions of Washington quarters for circulation, and on the surface the 1990 D quarter looks just like any other coin from that time period, plain, ordinary, and completely normal. But numismatists began to notice something strange, something extraordinary hiding in plain sight, and that is where this coin's journey to fame truly begins. Among the millions of quarters minted that year, a tiny fraction of them came with highly unusual features, either due to minting errors, planchet anomalies, or extremely rare die varieties. One such specimen, found in pristine condition with a full strike, strong luster, and almost nowhere, made its way to auction and stunned the community when it sold for an earth-shattering $99,631. Let that sink in for a moment. A simple quarter that cost 25 cents in 1990 is now valued at almost $100,000 today. But what factors contributed to this coin's astronomical value? First and foremost is condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, and anything above 65 is considered gem or mint state, and the rarest examples often reach MS67 or MS68, where the coin shows virtually no flaws even under magnification. The record-setting 1990 D quarter was one of those ultra-rare MS68 specimens, meaning it was perfectly preserved for over 30 years with its original mint luster intact, making it a true time capsule of American minting history. Next is rarity. Although the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of quarters that year. Only a few examples have ever been graded at the MS-68 level, and even fewer are known to exist in the hands of collectors, making them highly sought after. In the world of coin collecting, rarity and condition are everything, and when both align, the result can be explosive in terms of value. But that's not all. Some 1990D quarters are also known for unique errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, and even transitional metal content, which make them even more desirable and valuable. These errors are not only rare, but they also tell a story about the chaos and unpredictability that sometimes occurs within the United States Mint during high-volume production runs. Collectors love these quirks because they transform an otherwise common coin into a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. Now let's talk about the historical importance. The year 1990 marked the end of a decade that saw major political and economic changes in the United States and around the world, and for collectors, coins from transitional periods often hold extra historical significance. The 1990D quarter stands as a reminder of American craftsmanship, economic transformation, and the enduring power of physical currency even in the digital age. So how can you tell if your 1990D quarter is worth a fortune? Start by checking the coin's condition and whether it still has its original mint luster. If it has little to no scratches and the details on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers on the reverse are sharp and crisp, you may have something special. Next, look for the D mint mark, which will appear on the right side of Washington's ponytail just above the date. If you suspect your coin may be in high grade or has a minting error, it's worth having it professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC, who can authenticate the coin and assign it a grade that reflects its true value. And remember, the highest graded coins tend to fetch the most money at auction, especially when certified by a trusted grading authority. At the time of this recording, the current record price for a 1990D Washington quarter stands at $99,631, and experts believe that as demand increases and more collectors enter the market, that number could climb even higher in the years ahead. So before you spend your loose change or roll your quarters for the bank, take a moment to check the date and mint mark, because you never know when a tiny piece of metal in your hand might actually be worth a small fortune. That brings us to the end of today's incredible coin story. If you found this video helpful and fascinating, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins from American history. Drop a comment below if you have a 1990D quarter or any other rare coins you'd like us to talk about in the next video. Until then, keep your eyes open and your change jars close, because treasure could be hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the most valuable, rare, and shocking coins ever discovered in American history. Today we are about to unlock the mysterious story of a modern treasure that hides in plain sight, the 2019 P mint mark Washington $quarter coin, a coin that has stunned collectors and experts alike due to its incredible worth, currently valued at $87,445. Now you might be wondering, how could a coin so recent and so ordinary looking carry such a massive price tag? The answer lies in a combination of history, minting, rarity, errors, condition, and collector demand. This is not your everyday quarter, this is a modern numismatic miracle. So let us go all the way back and understand why this coin has become one of the most desirable and valuable coins of the 21st century. The 2019 Washington quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a historic initiative launched by the United States Mint to celebrate national parks and sites across the country. Each year, multiple designs were released, and in 2019, 5 new quarter designs were introduced, honoring Lowell National Historical Park in Massachusetts, American Memorial Park in the Northern Mariana Islands, War in the Pacific National Historical Park in Guam, San Antonio Missions National Historical Park in Texas, and Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness in Idaho. Each of these designs was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, but our story today focuses on the Philadelphia Mint, designated by the P mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint is the oldest facility in the United States and continues to produce billions of coins each year. But among those billions, something remarkable occurred in 2019. A tiny number of 2019 P Washington quarters were struck with extreme precision, perfect planchets, and sometimes rare die errors that have made them incredibly valuable. So what makes the 2019 P Washington quarter so rare? It is not just the mint mark, it is a perfect storm of factors. First, the condition of the coin. The most valuable of these quarters have been found in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded as MS-67 or even higher by reputable grading services such as PCGS and NGC. That means they have sharp detail, no scratches, and a strong eye appeal. Coins of this caliber are few and far between, and they fetch enormous sums at auctions and in private sales. Second comes the demand. Collectors across the world are always looking for modern high-grade coins with historical significance, and the 2019 P Mint quarter hits all the right notes. It represents a specific moment in U.S. mint history. It belongs to a limited-time program, and it is tied to the increasing interest in era coins and high-grade modern specimens. But there is more. Some of the most valuable 2019 P quarters also feature dramatic minting errors like off-center strikes, doubled dies, and struck through grease errors. These mistakes, which happen during the minting process, make each coin one of a kind, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. In fact, it is one of these error specimens that recently sold for $87,445 at an elite auction house. That sale shook the numismatic world. Imagine holding a simple quarter in your hand, a coin most people would never glance at twice, and knowing it is worth more than a luxury car or even a house. This is the thrill of coin collecting. This is the excitement that drives people to examine their change and explore hidden treasures in their pockets. Now you may be wondering, how can you find one of these legendary coins? Start by checking your 2019 quarters. Look closely for the P Mint mark located on the obverse side of the coin just below the words "In God We Trust." Then examine the design and look for any anomalies that might suggest a rare die variety or minting error. If you believe you have something special, you should consider sending it to a professional grading company. They will authenticate your coin and assign it a grade which can significantly increase its value. Also keep in mind that coin values are always changing based on market demand, scarcity, and conditions. So while the current record for the 2019 P Mint Washington quarter stands at $87,445, it is very possible that even higher sales will happen in the future, especially as awareness grows and fewer pristine examples remain in circulation. Collectors and investors alike are keeping a close eye on modern coins like this one because they represent a new era of high-value discoveries. You do not need to go digging in ancient ruins to find treasure. All you need is a sharp eye, a little knowledge, and the willingness to look through the change in your own pocket. So there you have it, the full story behind the 2019 P Mint Washington quarter dollar coin, a piece of modern American history, a symbol of precision and rarity, and a hidden fortune that might just be waiting in your wallet today. With a current market value of $87,445, this coin proves that treasure still exists, and sometimes it comes in the smallest packages. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into rare coins, valuable currency, and stories that surprise, shock, and inspire. Until next time, keep hunting, and may you find that life-changing coin just like the 2019 P Washington quarter. Hello and welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the hidden gems of American coinage and share the incredible stories behind the coins that could be sitting in your pocket right now. Today we're diving into one of the most surprising modern coin treasures that has stunned collectors across the country and made headlines for its shocking value. We are talking about the 2021 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar coin, which has been recently valued at an astonishing $72,556. Yes, you heard that right, a single quarter minted in 2021 with the Philadelphia Mint mark has been discovered with extremely rare features that have sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. And today we're going to cover everything from the origin and historical context of the 2021 P quarter to the specific characteristics that make it so valuable and how you can determine whether you might be holding one of these priceless coins yourself. Let's start with the background and production of the 2021 Washington quarter dollar coin. In the year 2021, the United States Mint issued a new design under the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which concluded in 2021. That year, the final design featured the image of General George Washington crossing the Delaware River, a powerful and iconic moment in American Revolutionary history. This marked a departure from the previous state and park designs and returned to a historical theme that resonated deeply with collectors. Now, the 2021 quarters were struck at multiple mints, including Philadelphia, which uses the P Mint mark, Denver, which uses the D Mint mark, and San Francisco, which uses the S Mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these coins, but among those millions a handful were struck with exceptional errors and die varieties that transformed them from everyday currency into collector gold mines. One of the rarest and most sought-after examples is a 2021 P-quarter with a dramatic mis-strike known as an off-center strike combined with a double die obverse or DDO. This means the coin was struck slightly out of alignment, and the design details, especially on Washington's face and inscriptions, appear doubled and distorted. These errors are extremely rare, especially in recent coins, and that is why the value has skyrocketed, but that's not all. There is another known variation where the 2021 P-quarter has a retained die chip near Washington's eye which gives the appearance of a tear or scar. This type of mint error adds significant value because it is both visually dramatic and highly unusual. When paired with pristine condition such as a grade of MS67 or higher, these coins become nearly priceless to elite collectors. Now let's talk about grading. For those unfamiliar, coin grading is the process of evaluating a coin's condition based on criteria like luster, surface preservation, strike quality, and eye appeal. The Sheldon scale is used with coins graded from 1 to 70. Coins graded MS or mint state 65 and above are considered highly collectible and command premium prices, especially if they feature errors. A 2021 P Mint Mark Washington quarter with a confirmed error and graded MS 67 or MS 68 by professional services like PCGS or NGC has recently sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $72,556. This sale shocked many and has led to a surge in collectors and even casual coin enthusiasts checking their change in coin jars for this rare find. So what should you look for? First, examine the obverse or front of the coin carefully. Look for doubling in the words "Liberty in God We Trust" or in the facial features of George Washington. This doubling should not be confused with simple shadowing or wear and tear. Use a magnifier or jeweler's loupe to inspect closely. Second, look at the edge of the coin to check for any off-center strike or misalignment. If part of the design looks cut off or oddly placed, this could be a valuable strike error. Third, inspect the area around Washington's eye, nose, and forehead. Look for die chips or retained cut breaks which will appear like raised blobs or lines that are not part of the original design. Finally, check the reverse side, which features the image of Washington crossing the Delaware. Make sure to examine the waterlines, the boat details, and inscriptions for any unusual markings, doubling, or texture inconsistencies. If you think you have a candidate, do not clean the coin, and do not try to fix it in any way. Handle it carefully by the edges and consider submitting it to a grading service for evaluation. Authentication and grading can turn your quarter from a 25-cent piece into a 5 or 6-figure payday. Now you might be asking, how did such a coin come to be in circulation? The answer lies in the complexities of high-speed coin production. Even with modern technology, errors still happen, and when they do and the coin passes through unnoticed, it becomes an unintentional rarity. Most error coins are caught at the mint, but once in a while one slips through and those become legendary. The 2021 P Mint Mark Washington quarter is a perfect example of modern coinage meeting historical significance and error rarity. While the vast majority of 2021 quarters are worth face value, only a select few have the characteristics and condition that make them worth tens of thousands of dollars. So what can you do today? Check your pocket change, check your coin rolls, check your coin collections, look through your piggy banks and inherited stashes. You never know what might be waiting. If you find a 2021 P quarter, don't dismiss it as just another modern coin. Take a closer look. You might just be holding one of the most valuable $quarter coins of the decade. To sum it all up, the 2021 P Mint Mark Washington quarter can be worth as much as $72,556 due to mint errors including doubling, die chips, misstrikes, and exceptional condition. Its historical design and limited production errors make it a dream find for collectors around the world. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into rare modern coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss out on the next big coin discovery. Drop a comment below if you have a 2021 quarter or any rare coin stories to share, and we might feature you in our next video. Until next time, happy coin hunting and good luck finding treasure in your change.